Hey guys, my name's Ben Howard. We're back out here at Stoney Hill to play the back nine of the diamond layout. If you haven't seen the front nine, I'd appreciate if you went back and watched that, but right now we are on hole 10. This one is a par 3, 271 feet. We're actually playing the long tee on this one because there's really no place for me to film from the short tee. It's only like 20 feet worth of difference, so shouldn't play too different, but looks like we're just trying to throw something straight into the gap in front of us on top of the hill. I'm going with a fairway driver just to make sure I get the distance right and actually get a little bit of turn on this shot. But it's one of those shots where you just got to get the height right. That looks really good. Okay, so it turns out the basket is exactly where I threw my disc. It looks like it's just slightly off to the left side of that gap I threw through. And then the basket's on the side of a hill, which I got really lucky because I threw a fairway driver and I probably should have thrown a mid-range on that shot. Granted, I don't know if I could get a mid-range up here in the first place, so it might be the play to just kind of throw like a flippy fairway driver that'll kind of flip up, go straight, and then kind of fade out and land soft on this green. All right, guys, we're on hole 11. This one is a par 367 feet. You see the basket just dead straight ahead, rolling way uphill. We've also got OB Creek off to the left, where if we go out of bounds, we gotta take it to the drop zone, which is pin high on the left side. I'm gonna go with the forehand with just a straight approach disc. Just try and not get the nose up too high so it fades out, so it doesn't fade out early. Just see if we can get all the way up there. Close. We might be safe, not sure. Okay, so I am safe, not too far away from the basket. Like I'm probably technically within like circle 2 or something like that, but got a long way to go uphill. Let's see what I can do. There we go. Okay, so I forgot to press record, but I promise I made my putt. I was like, right about here, maybe a little bit farther down. Yeah, like right here. Just a little straddle putt uphill, nothing crazy. All right, guys, we're on hole 12. This one's a par 3, 281 feet. Basket is straight ahead. Biggest thing to pay attention to is anything short of this gravel road is out of bounds. And if we don't cross in bounds off the drive, we gotta go to the drop zone, which is like, it's like 100 feet in front of us. And we can't advance from the drop zone until we cross inbounds. So really important to get this drive across the road. I'm gonna go with a straight mid-range, just trying to use the downhill to my advantage. Just gotta make sure I get this high in the gap, let it push straight. Well, I think that's right next to the drop zone, so that kind of worked out. That's a little right, but I can make that putt. Ah, man. Yeah. All right, guys, we're on hole 13. This one is a par 3, 325 feet. Basket's around the corner, tucked way off to the right. So I'm going with the forehand. Main thing I need to do with the forehand is just get past this tree and then move immediately to the right. I don't think I need to throw this on any highs or anything. I think I just hit this flat. Let that natural overstability carry it over there. Ah, dang it. Ooh, that was a bad roll. Okay, so that cut roll got me over here to the right side of the fairway, which isn't great, but I'm just gonna have to lay up. And I went up there and actually looked for once, and the basket's actually a lot farther to the right than I was thinking, so this is probably gonna be more of a layup play for the bogey than it is gonna be for me trying to get up and down for a par. Sounded like it hit something, so I'm not too sure where that ended up. Ooh, okay. Ooh, went a little long, but that's fine. we go. Oh, that is a scary putt. All right, guys, we're on hole 14. This one's a par 5, 716 feet. Off the tee, we really need to get to the left of these trees you can see straight in front of us. And the farther left and the farther forward we get, the better our chances of actually getting them down for an eagle are. Because from there, we're throwing another hyzer into like a low ceiling area. It's pretty wide open, so if I can put myself in a really good position off the tee, eagle's definitely in play. It looks like once we get up close to the basket, there's actually the OB Creek right around it. So we gotta be careful about when we approach into the green, but yeah, like off the tee, really just wanna get left of these trees as far as I can. Oh gosh, I pulled the crap out of that. Okay, so it looks like once I got through that branch, I just went straight. Landed here, which isn't bad. Like I can definitely get up and down for a birdie from here, but no chance for an eagle. But from here, I'm really just trying to throw down there to that tree. And from there, I should have a pretty manageable upshot into the green. So anything near that tree should be pretty good. But hopefully I can get past it, make the shot easy for myself. Ah, I turned it over. Oh boy. Okay, so I threw my third shot off camera because you couldn't see anything, and all I ended up really doing was just kind of pitching out here, which I didn't do a great job of because I threw it right to where this branch is going to be in my way. But the basket is, it's hard to see, but it's through this gap right here, stuck slightly off to the left. As you got to be careful because it is surrounded by OB, marked by the creek. So let's see, what do I want to do? So I think what I'm going to do is just try and go to the right side of the branch, some straight mid-range, try and get it to fade in and come in soft. Let's see what we can do. Oof. It sounded like it hit something hard. I don't think the creek should be right there, so I should be in bounds, but I don't know if I'm gonna have a par putt or not. Okay, so I was wrong. The creek actually does come in and swoop around the basket and come back up this way, so it's actually a peninsula green, which makes this shot a lot scarier than it looked. But I guess I'm just gonna have to lay this up and go with a double bogey. I thought I hit that tree for a second. All right, guys, we're on hole 15. This one is a par 3, 235 feet. Basket's up this way, tucked off to the right. I'm gonna go with a flippy putter, just try and throw it at the split tree you can see straight in front of us. Hopefully have it turn off that, just kind of push straight, because it looks like to the right side of the basket there's like a ditch or something. Something about a ditch off to the right side, so try and keep that out of play and just kind of basically just throw a straight shot with a little bit of left-right movement. Or pull it, throw it straight in. Okay, that's fine. Yep, perfect. All right, guys, we're on hole 16. This one is a par 4, 608 feet. You can actually see the basket down here on the other side of the pond. The play is basically we're going to this red basket, and then from there we're going to throw back across the lake towards the black basket. Yeah, so the hole 13 for the short layout is a 300-foot hole. So if we get over there, we basically cut the hole in half and then throw another 300-foot shot. Biggest thing you got to pay attention to is we're throwing into a headwind, so just really trying not to turn this over. That should be safe. Get in. Oh, that would have been really annoying, but that would have been sick. That's annoying. So the bad part about almost black acing is now I'm too close to the basket to have a full run up, so just lay up right there, and then we'll try it from there. There we go. All right, guys, we're on hole 17. This one is a par 4, 760 feet. The basket's basically to the right of 16's tee pad, but off the tee, really just trying to get out there as far as we can without fading out too much to the left. We're on an elevated tee box. I'm gonna go with the fairway driver just to make sure that we kind of keep this thing moving to the right and don't ever let it start moving back to the left. See if we can get out there for a birdie look. Get over that. Yeah, I flipped more than I thought it would. Cut roll back in the middle. It's definitely not far enough for us to go for the basket, but should have an easy par. Okay, so it seems like the headwind on the last hole kind of turned into a left to right for this hole. That's why that disc turned more than I thought it would. I need to cut, let's see. I need to throw forehand because there's no reason to throw backhand with how much the water will come into play. So we'll try a forehand. I've got a backup with this general in the car, luckily. Which with this left to right wind, it should help get back. I just got to make sure I don't release on anhyzer. If anything, I want to throw it on hyzer. Oh yeah, perfect. There we go. All right, guys, we're on hole 18, final hole of the video. This one is a par 4, 492 feet. The basket is basically dead straight ahead. Biggest thing to pay attention to is there's an OB quarry between us and the basket, which won't really come into play until we get up there for our second shots. So the more distance we get off the tee, the easier that second shot's going to be, the less that OB is going to come into play. So I'm going to go with a straight to slightly stable driver, just try and push it through the gap and finish a little bit off to the left. Main thing's just going to be getting under this low ceiling. Ooh, slipped a little bit, but it didn't hurt me that bad, luckily. Might have faded out a little too much, but I think we might have an approach shot into the green. We'll see. Okay, so I basically threw a perfect tee shot, but now we gotta deal with this. That's an awesome green, but that is, oh, that is so scary. Like, I'm not even really sure where I want to aim. I think I'm gonna aim to the right side. I'm gonna go with like an approach disc. Just kind of get it barely past the logs and let it just sit. Maybe get a little bit of flex out of the hand to make sure it kind of lands soft. I don't need to really move either way. I just need it to kind of go straight and land soft. Go, 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 go. Ah, dang it. Got too scared of it. Hit like a foot behind the basket and then sounds like it rolled down, but I think hopefully it hit one of those railroad ties. There we go. Alright guys, that finishes up our round out here on the diamond layout at Stoney Hill. I gotta say, that was a ton of fun. Like, I think if I put some rounds in out here and put some time into a game plan, I could definitely shoot under par. Like, I was expecting the course to be a little bit more difficult, but I mean, it definitely has some teeth. Like I was talking about at the end of the front nine, like every hole out here is a hole you could take a double bogey on or a birdie. So I'm not too surprised I shot over par, especially considering I wasn't really taking my time to actually like look through the holes and make sure my game plan was making sense for the hole. But hopefully y'all were able to enjoy that and were able to get a good idea of what the course is like, because that's one of the most well-balanced courses I think I've ever played, where like you had open shots, you had tight wooded shots, you had bombing shots like hole 1 where you're throwing over 500 feet on a par 3, and then you've got like this really touchy tight wooded shots like hole 9, or no, sorry, hole 11 was the one I was thinking of. But it's definitely a course that has like every aspect of the game you would want to see on a course, and I definitely got to recommend this course to anybody in the area. Like, I drove an hour and a half to come play this course, and I definitely would recommend that to anybody in the area I'm from. But I think I have enough time, enough battery life, and enough memory to play the shorter layout, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. So if you want to see that, I should get that out sometime tomorrow. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and have a good one. Bye.